All right, let's move on to the Microsoft.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Wombat and I both played a little Sea of Thieves over the, what was that, the stress test? I think
Yes.
that's what it was called.
It was quite stressful.
It was kind of stressful.
You were lucky because you had me, who had already been playing it for a while, to actually teach you how to play.
But I figured you can figure it out really quickly, I feel.
No, you don't. No.
What do you mean? What's so hard to figure out?
That when you have to get the thing from the old man and then put it on the table, and then once you put it on the table, then everyone has to vote on it, and then once everyone votes on it, then you have to go to the map and then make sure that
to start the missions and stuff?
Yeah, it's a little convoluted how you start the missions. That takes a little while the actual playing of the game. Yes, no, that's fairly intuitive. It's how to start a mission that isn't.
I'll tell you what I like about this game.
It looks
First
great.
of all, it looks great, and I played it on PC and Xbox. It looks great on both. Well, I got the One X over here. I got to tell you about the One X story.
Oh yeah, that'll be next.
That'll be next. So it looks great on both, especially the water. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to watch people stream this game because, if you really want to get into it, you could talk with the pirate accent. It's kind of a lot of fun.
Yeah, as long as you don't play with a bunch of jerks that lock you in the brig.
Right, which happened to me. But we wouldn't do that if we were going to stream it.
I know, but it just seems like there should be a way to get out of the brig if everyone locks you in it, because I don't need to play.
They can vote. They can vote you out.
Yeah, I don't want to play a griefing game.
But you're not going to jump into a game. But you're not going to jump into a game with strangers. This game.
I mean, that's just it, though. If you play alone.
No, you're going to play with your friends or.
I have no friends.
I'm your friend, and I want to play with you. I thought it was fun.
Fine.
And we didn't even speak with a pirate accent.
No, we didn't. Well, I'll do that next time.
And what I thought was interesting about this game is, yes, you're right. Some of the things are a little convoluted in that you probably wouldn't be able to figure them out by yourself. You'd have to have somebody teach you or tell you, not really teach you. But that being said, I feel like I could play this game with my dad on the other end. There's not that many games on the Xbox that I could really play with my dad that are like AAA adventure games. You could
yell at him, no, lower the anchor. No, the sail's too high. No, the sail's too low. You need to be heading west.
I mean, I'm not saying I was
yelling at you.
Right. And it'd be tough because he's not that all familiar with all the millions of buttons on an Xbox controller.
Your other west.
But I feel like it could happen. I couldn't play a game really anything. We would never play a first person shooter together. That could just would not happen. But this, I feel it could potentially happen. And it could work.
Keep us posted. If you want, I would even be a crew member on that ship.
And you get your dad.
My dad's not playing nothing.
It could be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Is what I'm saying.
Sure.
And I don't know. Where are we on this fucking mess? Here's a question. We're still in Microsoft. At our matey writes in and says, do you think the Xbox Game Pass is a race to the bottom and following a flawed trend in media? Music streaming services has sunk the music industry, and even the most popular services are not profiting. Netflix is profitable but churning out mostly bad original movies. I don't know that Netflix has good content on there. What are you talking about?
You might be talking about the movies?
What?
I don't know.
I don't think people are going to... It's not like Microsoft is going to start making extra content just for Game Pass subscribers. Oh, they might, actually. I mean, it's a good way to get people to sign up if the content is really good and is a good value. But I don't see that really as a great strategy. I don't know. Maybe it is a great strategy.
Well, I think the game you're never going to get
not with bad content though.
Yeah, well, you're never gonna get every game, but EA is probably never gonna have its games on Game Pass. Again, they also already have their own service. Are there any Ubisoft games on Game Pass? I'm trying to think. I don't think so. So
I don't think it's a race to the bottom because I don't think Netflix a race to the bottom? Is Hulu a race to the bottom?
I think Game Pass is going to be great for first party games, a handful of older games, and indies that want to get their game out there, and they'll probably get a little kickback from Xbox for being on there. And that's basically it. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's fine.
It's all about value. If it can deliver value, a good value, then people will sign up for it. And at $10, I think, and including those first-party Microsoft games, I think it's tough to argue that it's not a good value. And I don't think that Spotify is a race to the bottom. I think Spotify is a result of the music industry being really slow to react to computers, people having computers at home, and they sort of drop the ball. But race to the bottom, no, it's all got good content on there.
Well, the music industry, they make their money off of touring.
Now.
Yeah.
In the 80s, it was publishing. 70s and 80s, it was really mostly
Yeah, but that wasn't those weren't the artists making the music. Or making
but that's where the money was being...
Right,
well,
right. The money was being made by the people who were, that were putting the physical things on shelves.
Yeah, the money was in public. Some artists own their publishing. Some artists own other artists' publishing. Michael Jackson owned the Beatles' publishing.
Right.
So it's all relative. But that's where the money was for a long time. But now publishing money is starting to not dry up completely. I'm sure there's still good money in music publishing.
I think that's good. More of it's more of the whole advertising and brand and everything.
Yeah.
Part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can make your own label and then just do it yourself, that's it's
pretty much the only way.
Yeah, it's the way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason to have the label anymore.
Well, as long as you can get on a service and get the music out there, I guess that's really it. It's the marketing is what you would need a major label for at this point.
To get back to this guy's question, I think I don't think that I see Microsoft stuffing the Game Pass service with a bunch of shit, like mobile ports and things like that. I don't think it's going to be like the App Store. That's probably more what he was getting at.
It's old games and Xbox originals now.
Yeah.
So, seems fine to me. I don't
for $10.
Yeah, I like the service.
If I was just getting an Xbox, or whenever I know someone who's getting like an Xbox for their family, I'm like, what you want to do, get Game Pass and get EA access, and don't buy any games. Just stick with those two services for a while and see how it goes.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Xbox
Microsoft
Live
did the math on this too, to where, they're not pumping out exclusive after exclusive.
No.
So if you just look at it, so for Game Pass, $120 a year. That's two exclusive games. Like if somebody bought $60 games, you figure you give them those two $60 games in a year, and they are probably going to buy some loot boxes or buy some cars for Forza. That's where the money is. It's not in the $60 game anymore for them.
Sure. Makes sense. You want that subscription, and chances are, once you subscribe, once they sign you up,
you're not going to
on there for a while.
Yep.
Especially when it's like, oh, there's another exclusive coming out, even if it's only 2 a year. Maybe you hang on. All right.